Thanks for checking out this web extra from my conversation with Illinois Congresswoman Cheri Bustos. One thing we didn't have time to bring you on For the Record was the outcome of the election and the poor showing by Democrats overall. Well, it's rare to see a new president move into the White House with some sort of coattails effect, but that's not what we see. Democrats lost some ground in the House, the Senate up in the air. Democrats had a lot of money this election. Why do you think the Democrats didn't strengthen their position more on Capitol Hill?
Well, you know, look, the good news out of it from a Democratic perspective is that we held on to the majority in the House. And we won the White House, and we are literally two elections in January away from being in the majority in the Senate. It would be a 50-50, and then, of course, the Vice President, Kamala Harris, would break any ties. So overall, I can tell you that I certainly wish that we had won more seats, but we are still in the majority. I think long term, though, the way I look at this is we've got to deliver. You know, I think the American public, I certainly think people in our part of the country are tired of just hearing people talk and argue. And, you know, I have used the line before about, you know, Mitch McConnell on the Senate side. We've sent these hundreds of pieces of legislation and he hasn't done anything with them. You know what? While that's true, we got to figure it out, and we've got to get something done. There is, in addition to getting a pandemic relief formula and getting that out there, the other thing is we've got to have a formula for how we are going to get something done, and we have to look for those opportunities where, you know, if Democrats give a little and Republicans give a little, we're gonna end up in the middle. Maybe you got people way out here and way out here upset about it, but that's how we're going to move forward. And we have a very slim majority in the House. You know, it takes 218 members out of 435 House members to be in the majority. We will only have at most 224. So it is a slim majority. And again, depending on what happens in those special elections in Georgia, who's ever in the majority in the Senate, it is going to be very, very narrow also. So this requires a time in this moment in history that we come together, and it's going to have to mean, in my opinion, you know, kind of governing more this way than way out here and way out here, because there's not a big enough majority to have views that are extreme, because the votes won't be there for it.
Illinois Congresswoman Cheri Bustos, thanks so much for your time. Be safe.